Moss and Hip Hop video. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the whole stuff going on with former members and current members of Members Only. And my personal opinion about this is that because, alright, so the original Members Only was X and Ski. Now, I honestly think without them two, a part of this Members Only, there's no Members Only. Like, you guys can call yourself Members Only, but there is no Members Only. These guys was like the founding fathers of Members Only. And without Ski, like, this last album, that was Members Only. Okay? That was like that was it. Like, that was it. But after, like, I don't know what to call you guys anymore, because it seems like after what album was it that got released? And I think was it Ski's out? I think it was Ski Mask's album after it got released. These guys was beefing like left and right, going back and forth at each other. And I know back then they said they were brothers, and that's most likely the case now. It's just brothers fighting and stuff. But honestly, like, okay, so talking about my personal life, because I feel like that this might be an example, right? So my granddad, he was of course, the founding father of all his sons. And it seemed like all the time, like all his sons, including him, they were always with each other. Like, every time, it was just like, and it was just so happy seeing these guys like with each other. It was so good. But then my granddad had sadly passed away, and these guys just like all split apart, and it just didn't seem right, without him there. Like, I guess like the family would still be family, like you guys would still be cool, but I just like something will always be missing. Something will always be missing. The grandfather, and then the founding father of Members Only, or the both founding fathers of Members Only, Ski Mask and X. Now, I don't know this situation personally. I mean, like, yeah, you're seeing it on live streams and posts and all this other stuff. Like, you're seeing it from that point of view. I don't know how it is overall, like, from their point of view. But how I seen it, Members Only was like those classic photos and those classic videos that you guys were sharing. Like, I think I remember it was one video, those guys was like all outside, like playing around, messing around with each other and things. That's Members Only. That was Members Only. Members Only. And it's like, I think the reason why Members Only, like, just how they just all just fell apart is because of the fame. Fame will get to a person. And I have to say, like, fame is a good and a bad thing. Like, it's good for your pocket, but then it's bad just for everybody around you. Like, fame, like, I don't know, fame changes some people. And these guys, like, I don't know, like, they're not used to fame. They don't really care about fame. They've said it that they don't care about fame and all. But it changes you. Like, if you don't care about it and things, and then you're, like, receiving all of this fame, it changes you. And you overall don't know how to react to it. So, this is it. This is what happens. This is the outcome of fame. Everything falls apart. Everything falls apart. And I feel like that fame was more involved than family. Look at how these guys are settling this. Live streams, Instagram posts, anything else that they can possibly... This isn't something that's being settled behind doors. Like, this isn't something that we're seeing in an interview of all these guys sitting together all like, oh yeah, we had some falling outs, but we overall just, was cool with each other. Like, this ain't interview talk. This is stuff that they're just going out and doing. So that's why I'm saying, like, fame is more involved than that family line. And I feel like comparing this with my family and then with Members Only, family was like anything that was settled. Of course, it's like my family, they're not famous, but all this stuff was settled behind doors. Why? Because fame wasn't in the picture. Fame was probably in the picture. Most of this stuff, most of the family drama and all that stuff might have been out there. So it's like seeing this, I'm like, bro, like this This is not members only. I'm sorry, but I'm like, who am I? Who am I to say that? Who am I to say that? But I'm like, look at it. You got members only are leaving. And then eventually it might even get to a time where they're all like, oh, welcome the new members to members only. It ain't even going to be the same. It ain't like, okay. Because, like, listen, all right, I don't know these guys. But I'm just saying, like, when X was there, that's when it seemed like that it was members only. And even when it was like when Ski had left and he was doing his own thing, and X was like, he was still a part of it and stuff. I felt like if X would have still been alive till this day, none of this stuff would have been happening. But it's like it's just like when you lose somebody, it's like it changes you. You're not the same. These guys are not the same how they were back then, obviously. But it's just it's overall sad seeing this. It's overall sad seeing this, and I really hope for the best for all of these guys. Like, it's like seeing this, I'm like, man, like, y'all, like, I know because Craig Zinn was saying that he ain't really a music guy and things, but I'm like, bro, like, I know you're not a music guy, and I don't know what other things that you would want to do. And I'm like, I know he was mentioning gaming. I'm like, just do something where because he was talking about, like, how he was being a positive person and stuff. Still do that. Don't change because of falling outs, friends, like falling outs and all that stuff. Like, no. Continue doing what you're doing. Do not change, like, for anybody or any reason. And hopefully at some point in time in your guys' careers, like, y'all can come back together. And I'm like, Craig, like, your music is good, bro. Your music is, like, all those guys from members only. All those guys. X, Ski, Cooley, like, I can't pronounce all those guys' names. Craig, but, like, I'm saying, like, everybody. Kid, Flyboy, like, I'm saying, everybody a part of members only. Everybody that was out there posting their music, everybody, like, and that's the thing, though. Because, alright, because I'm trying to say, like, so many different things at the same time. Because there's, like, so much is just running through my mind with this. Like, I see this, and I'm like, this should not be happening. Like, I'm so sick and tired of, like, seeing falling outs. Like, overall, like, that's what I'm pretty much trying to say. I'm tired of seeing these, like, falling outs with people. Like, this stuff needs to stop. Like, if y'all gonna fall out, y'all gonna lose contact, lose contact. But don't take this to Instagram. Now it's becoming stories. Now you got media websites talking about you guys like y'all crazy and things. Like, this stuff shouldn't have happened. Like, none of this stuff should have been happening. Like, if anything, one would have thought, like, okay. And that's how it should be. Like, if a death happens, it should bring people together. I've seen that so many times with, like, people around me that from, like, friends of mine that passed away, from family of mine that passed away, it breaks the family apart. And it shouldn't. It should be the complete opposite. It should bring people together. Seriously. I'm like, it's just, man. I like when I see stuff like that, and it's like, and then if it happens to you, like, everybody around you lose contact, family, friends, everybody, because it's like it's overall not the same when they're like gone and stuff. It's just like it ain't the same, like, that energy. But I'm like, nah, like, my thing is like we still, because there's a friend of mine, and I've been meaning to, like, hit my friends up. I don't even care if it's just me and one of them, but I wanted to hit a few of my friends up and be like, hey, because there's a friend of ours, like a mutual friend. He passed away some time ago, and one memory that I have is that we will always, like, walk home with each other. And I remember it was like I started getting rides and stuff, and I wasn't really walking with those guys. But seriously, I would pay to go back in time and to just to walk with him one last time. And I would have never thought the last time I would have walked with them, the last time I had seen them, that would be the last time. Seriously, he was like, the energy that he brought to, like, our friend group, like, we were walking home. It was funny. It was seriously so funny. Like, I love walking home with those guys. There was days where I actually, because there was another friend where I would get a ride from him. There was a day where I was like, nah, bro, like I'm gonna walk with these guys today, because it was fun. We would seriously be on that street acting crazy, and it was the funnest thing ever. I miss those days so much. I miss those days so much. Honestly, I'm thinking about hitting one of my friends up, and I'm like, hey, like we should just go for a walk. Like I don't care where we walk to, bro. Just let's just go for a walk. Just like talk about like our times in high school. Talk about everything. Talk about our future. Talk about everything. That's overall what like a death in a friend group or a family group, what it needs to do. It needs to bring people together. I see it with some situations where if a death happens, it does bring people together. But overall, like, and it's and it shouldn't bring them together for a funeral. It shouldn't bring them together for a memorial. It should just be a random Thursday morning and y'all are over at the house eating pizza. That's what that should be. That's what members only should be. But who am I to say? Like, I don't know those guys like that. So overall, everybody is different. Everybody is not the same. So hopefully, all I can just say is like, hopefully these guys, like, they do come back together and things, and life is much more better for them. But anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. What do y'all think about this though? Like, I don't know. I honestly think this is gonna be a situation where it ends up like they're gonna like it's gonna probably if they do a movie about members only XXX Tentacion Ski Mask. Like, of course this stuff is gonna be talked about, but I hope like by then, like, members of the members only hadn't passed away. Like, that's what I don't want. I don't want any more members of members only to pass away, and then there's like two people sitting down telling the story. So that's why I'm like, or then there's people that don't want to show up because they overall don't feel comfortable. So I'm like, that's that type of stuff. I'm like, nah, man, that stuff, it just, the beef, the drama, all that stuff, it needs to end. But yeah, people, they gonna beef, they gonna like be having drama and stuff, and you know that's life. It's a part of life, but it doesn't need to go out like this, not at all. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, peace.